We're starting out with some rumbles. Here we go. Let's get going. That's what I'm waiting on, dude. Oh, there we go. Live with the storm. Waiting for this all day, and this storm has had a history of producing tornado warnings. Not so much tornadoes, but it's got me a low system coming from the south. There's gonna probably be some thunder, lightning, as you have seen already. Hail, up to quarter, $half size, and winds up to 60 miles an hour. Mostly gonna be coming from the south with the lightning until it goes north, and my phone didn't even have a chance to charge up completely, so 65% right now, but it's all worth it because it's gonna be a fun thing. Yeah, when first when I heard that thing, I thought someone was freaking having the faucet on. Well, there's a storm. Okay. Not complaining. Storm is weakening, sadly, but which would mean less lightning, but it's still gonna be a nasty little sucker. And it's gonna be more throughout the rest of the week, and the next week it's gonna go quiet, and then hopefully ramp back up. Usually around my birthday, it gets a bit crazy around here. Usually towards Nebraska, though. So it sounds like dropping the weird aluminum paper things. Gotta love allergies. Sadly, didn't have time to alert someone that people was gonna go live, or else there'd be people here by now. But I don't mind. Still live. You guys gonna be jumping in. Probably. I don't know. I don't really care if anyone does drop in, because people could watch it afterwards, and that's what matters. Yay! And apparently assignment 3 on the 30-day challenge is going to be released tomorrow. Either assignment 3 or 4. I don't know at this point. But I'm going to do that real quick. Get that done. I don't know. Because I did join in like half a week late. So I joined it on the 24th. It started on the 19th. So you do the math. 5 days late. Business week late. Doesn't matter though. Cans must have been brought in. So, yeah, because he went through, I guess. But. So that's good. Don't have to worry about cans getting thrown somewhere. Here's the worst of it is already gone. And it's only 3 minutes in, but I don't know. This is a slow mover, so honestly, don't know. This could be just found one of I don't know how many rounds. Could have some few claps of thunder throughout the night. Won't be live the whole time. Just gonna be live until, well, the bulk of the craziness is gone. Which could probably be till 11, 11:30, midnight. So we're looking at possibly an hour and a half of streaming. Depends on how often this thing likes to cut off too. But it's gonna be fun. Gonna have some fun with this storm. And then tomorrow's gonna be pretty much the same thing, hopefully during the day. And then Wednesday there's a little something, Thursday's a little something, Friday there's not much in the way of thunder or lightning possible, basically just basic old Seattle type rain. That's what I'm gonna call it, Seattle style rain. Oh, thank you for reminding me, I did not set this to live chat, there we go. It's not gonna do anything for me, but it's gonna pop up the YouTube side, I guess. Make that appear again. Oh well. And I was stupid to not carry sunblock. And wear the tank top today to do the fishing stuff, and, well, sunburns. And, well, we're gonna go to a different lake this coming up Monday, and there'll be a little vlog then. I don't expect storms, but there is that 10% window, so may have something come in. But still, again, if something happens, there'll be a video stream. Depends on the signal. but because that vlog I did that showed up more recently, that was recorded around 3 in the afternoon, but due to timing of, well, the connection issues, I wasn't able to upload it until around 8. And it didn't upload completely until around 9-ish. I could be wrong on the timing, but the fact it uploaded is something. And then after this, gonna catch up on earthquakes, as I've just been waiting on this before I did anything with earthquakes. So after this, gonna catch up on earthquakes. It was strongest today, which may be either Guam or New Zealand again. I don't know. If not, it would likely be India with the 5.1. But who knows? I know there's going to be quite a bit of earthquakes for me in Idaho, Puerto Rico, and Nevada. Maybe a few in California, Oklahoma, because they did have a 4.0 the other day, so that could lead to some aftershocks. But nonetheless, coughing is allergy driven. And apparently my body's not equipped to handle sure. Got a whole bunch of that recently. Someone gave that to us and it's like, okay, I'll take it. Appears my body can't handle it, but it tastes good, so I'm gonna drink it anyways. It can't complain to me. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys do the same thing with Taco Bell. It makes your body just flush out the system, but you continue to eat it because it tastes good. So, fight. Sally didn't alert Sam, or else she would be on here. Oh well. She'll find out eventually. If she's messaging me, I'll let her know now, but she's not messaging me. And this thing's alerting me on lightning within 40 miles of here. I have an egg about to hatch, and a 4.6 earthquake in the Izu Islands of Japan. This actually appears to be it, because it is dying. Lightning says otherwise. Usually, frequent lightning means, well, storm's getting stronger. It's not very frequent, but it's noticeable. And Little Lake with a 0.3 earthquake. Yeah, Little Lake, California, for those who don't know. But, yeah. I had little warning on the storm. Well, I knew it was coming. I just thought it was going to show up until 11, not 10:30. So I thought I had more time. So, but the bulk of it's going to be in the 11 o'clock hour. And right now it's 10:34, so we got a whole half hour before the main show arrives. I'm gonna grab this chair, so you're gonna see some stuff. And here's some stuff. This chair is nice and wet. I do not give a shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit weird because of, well, stuff's going on. Hello. Gonna see a finger come across. I'm gonna wipe out the camera a little bit, see if I can improve quality. I may have made it worse. I don't know. Can some lightning come in and confirm that? I'll mute you for an hour. Not you. I was talk about a Discord server. Because I'm not one to accidentally click a Discord thing when I'm dealing with stuff. With the live stream. Because I would freaking go off on them. I'm evil. Like, someone interrupts me, I will go off on them. Like, you screwed up shit. You getting loud and sassy. Ooh, this is a sassy storm. I love them. I love them sassy storms. But yeah, May has pretty much been a bust. Countrywide, there's been maybe 60, 70 tornadoes. May averages around 200 to 300 tornadoes. April had that. April had more than 300 tornadoes. May, we're lucky to get 100 by the end of the month. because it's been so slow. June, I'm thinking will ramp back up, and with me being in Kansas and my birthday tends to be tornado crazy, I'm thinking we may have a huge outbreak around the 16th. My birthday almost always produces some nasty tornado situation. Usually in Nebraska, so if you're in Nebraska, heads up. Got till June 16th to get your tornado kits ready and tornado shelters and whatnot. Hell, that's a good investment with your stimulus checks. Get yourself a tornado shelter. Yeah. If you're born in 99, you're literally only 3 days younger than me. We'll be 21 together. I don't know. But yeah, us summer babies are sassy. I don't know. Nah, I'm just psycho. Psycho and proud. I'm gonna trademark that shit. Make merch. Psycho and proud on mugs, sweaters, and all that. Ah, 01. At the turn of the millennia. Yeah. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be alive during the last big quake in Seattle. Well, depending on the report, it ranges from 6.7 to 7.1. In February 28th of 01. So, yeah. And these natural disaster events actually make it easier for me to remember folks' birthday, because I have a nephew born on February 28th. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just so easy to remember that because of the earthquake. And my father's birthday is May 18th, and it's easier to remember his birthday because Helen's went off that day. So, it's like, it just works out. It just works out. And my birthday's tied to a lot of shit. The Pilger twins, for one. And by twins, I mean tornadoes, not people. So, there's going to be a lot of this coming up throughout the week, though. So stay tuned for that. Chances do drop tomorrow as things cool down a little bit, stabilize a little bit, and it's going to ramp back up Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday's going to quiet down. It's mostly going to be AM with Friday, but can't rule out a few sprinkles in the afternoon. But after that, we will be, yeah. I was born a couple months after Columbine. Almost to the day. But so, yeah. You know, my nose is explosive, getting ready to be explosive, so if I begin sneezing a shit ton, blame that tree and one of the trees over there. I'm allergic to the fucking pollen and their flowers, just white, smelly flowers. It's like, oh my gosh. In fact, we have 2 of these, at least, in this yard, and these things grow like fucking weeds. Not as much as maple trees, though. Those things frickin' sprout on the fucking gutters of the roofs of buildings if you don't clean them out regularly. Like, seriously. Humans go leave a place, maple trees will be the first thing to take over. Not grass, not dandelions, it'll be fucking maple trees. Those things grow freaking crazy. My gosh. Especially in the Indiana area, they're all over the place. Like in this one house I was living in, if you did not regularly mow the lawn or weed around the fence, you'll have a freaking line of maple trees growing up through the freaking fence. Along the house. In the gutters, too. It's like, oh my gosh, maple trees are just all over the place. All I gotta say to that is, when they mature, you got yourselves a fucking syrup factory. Fuck yeah. And that's what I don't get. Maple trees grow like weeds, yet maple syrup, actual maple syrup, is expensive as fuck. You'd think it'd be cheaper with all the maple trees. Just growing everywhere. Like, people just have that shit in their own yard. And then yeah, it does take a lot of process and whatnot. It takes a long time. It takes forever for the trees to mature enough to produce syrup. No, the cough is allergies, not COVID. You know, I'd be going out doing fishing a lot and whatnot, but apparently you have a better chance of getting COVID if you're cooped up inside with people than COVID versus being outside with people with COVID. You just gotta stay far enough away and make sure they don't cough on you. And stay away from kids because they don't give a shit. Little moth. If you're a kid, sorry, tell ya, but you guys is freaking petri dishes, and you guys do not freaking wash hands. You don't cover shit when you're ejecting bodily fluids from your mouth. Yeah. Cons of being born in the city. You get allergies like fucking crazy. Mine trigger bloody noses at times. Which is real fucked up. Oi. Hey. Let's talk about horrible allergies and lightning. And maple trees. And those weird trees with the bean pods and the yellow, white flowers. I don't know what the fuck they're called. They're not in any book, so I'm thinking they're invasive species, but I could be wrong. That would explain why they'd be growing like weeds. There'd be some tall as fuck weeds. Good luck pulling that out. Or weed eating that shit. Like, oh my gosh. But, yeah. They're the Burmese python of trees. Yeah, you may accidentally summon a demon, so good luck with that. I don't fuck with that shit. I mean, if I have a poltergeist, I'll fucking fuck with that thing all I want, because all it's gonna do is throw shit. I can easily dodge shit. Played dodgeball and elimination my whole life. So, at least up until when schools decided to ban that shit because it's apparently too fucking offensive to throw a ball at someone. As a game. My gosh, these fucking crybabies ruin everything. Like, seriously. It was from some fun shit and freaking crybabies set to ruin it. Freaking the ones that are mad at everything. Depressed as fuck people just ruin everything. Not trying to get canceled on Twitter, but if I do, that means I did something. Probably something good. Yeah. Unless if you do summon a demon and it could kill you. Ooh! Hello! I barely saw you there. Yeah. Well, caught a couple fish. So, I had a fine day. No, I don't need to call anyone. But I was only removed from Twitter once, and that's just because I was apparently posting videos onto Twitter one few too many times. I don't know how to summon shit. Your best bet is to fuck with the Ouija board. You'll summon something. Yeah. Oh, but I'm saying hello to the lightning. I'm not sure if you're a bot, though. No, if you're a bot, you would have better spelling. I just roasted someone like I did. Seriously, my best roasts are by accident. Hell, some of the best inventions and best people out there were probably best inventions were accidental, and some of the best people on the planet were probably accidental. Yeah. Well, I got a ways to go, and as I'm literally only a month away from being legally able to drink booze. So, I know that is dangerous. I don't fuck with that shit. I grew up with the poltergeist. Only thing good about that is never got robbed because a poltergeist would fuck up anyone that broke in. Freaking hilarious. Yeah, Ouija boards are big no-no. And they sell that shit in the kids section. Like, you trying to freaking... No. You trying to bring about the apocalypse? Kids fuck with anything. And... yeah, the poltergeist followed me from freaking Seattle to Indiana. It was a fucking stowaway on the plains. Fuck. And it brought along a doppelganger in Anderson. But that doppelganger was fun. So was a poltergeist. There's a fun duo. Until we had a cat that decided to pop out 20 cats in about a year. Yeah, possessed dolls is where it's even worse. Have you seen Annabelle? Robert the doll? I think there's one doll that even if you look, no, I think it's Howard the doll. Even photos from Google will get you sick. You don't want to fuck with the freaking possessed toys. They're the worst. Oh, you know they sold out when they were on fucking clearance. You know they sold out when they were on the freaking, we're shutting down the entire company clearance. Yeah, the poltergeist in Indiana was fine up until we brought in a slut of a cat, and it popped out 20 kittens in about 2 years, and it began throwing animals. Well, your parents are not wrong. Your parents are not wrong, and they probably know that from experience too. That's just probably why you had to have the house cleansed. Is because they fucked with it and they followed the firstborn child or something. Yeah, mostly portrayed by YouTube. But then again, we could tend to will shit into existence. I mean, the rake started on the internet, and now there's actual sightings of it. And there's a lot of people posting pictures of, like, the gardening tool rakes. Like, oh my gosh, it's a rake! Rake sighting! Just be smart. Oh! Did you guys actually see the bolt, or was it just a big flash of pink and purple? Did you guys actually see that? That was fucking awesome. We're gonna hear that for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's just true. Well, only thing there is I'm more pagan in a way, but I don't fuck with the evil shit. Yeah, Charlie was just a gimmick for that one Gallows movie. But yeah, good luck. Especially if you're in the south, because you're probably gonna have a lot of flooding to deal with. And I just like how everyone's all like, oh, coronavirus is gonna die down once the temperatures get warmer. And then, May came around and was like, oh, you want winter again? You want winter? Yeah, cats are, well, they're not as crazy as rabbits, but in the average lifetime of a cat, they could drop upwards of 200 kittens. Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, just keep the kids away from the spiritual stuff that involves in Ouija boards, Charlie, a lot of other shit, seances. In fact, keep them away from ghost adventures because they're horrible with that. Yeah. Yeah, we had freeze warnings around the teens. Well, in the early teens of, oh, that was awesome. Early teens of May. And that, I'm pretty sure, is why we didn't have a lot of tornadoes. Only thing we were missing this May to mirror 1980s was Helen's going off. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. And this is coming from someone who's pagan. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm not like crazy religious, I'm more like spirits, yay. Witches, yay. Demons, get the fuck out. I have a horrible habit of calling them out. So. But that's just because I grew up with the Ghost Adventures. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to attract wicked. Well, when I was in Indiana, I was attracting a lot of pagans and witches to my area for some reason. And turns out I am actually psychic in a way. Yeah, oh yeah, Florida may have some sort of hurricane thing. And there's also a couple things that National Weather Service and NOAA may want to keep an eye on in the Pacific that may impact Guatemala and Mexico. Yeah. Oh, you're saying June 9th. I'm taking a little tropical system, Bertha, in the Gulf, taking a similar path of Arthur. So, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to do that because he'll play with you until you die and take your soul to hell. Yeah, I have cats and dogs my whole life. I really want to get a snake, but the main thing that's keeping me is the fact that the dogs and cats keep making more dogs and cats. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, my dog had 7 pups a couple of weeks, like a month ago. So, and the runt, poor thing, was born with a paw with 2 toes, like 2 toes, 2 fingers, what do you want to call them? And it's like bent backwards and not fully formed. Poor thing, but they're so cute. And the pup has more of a Chihuahua face, despite the mother being a pit bull like dog and the father being a Shepherdor, which would be Lab German Shepherd mix. So yeah. So pretty much mix the 2 top breeds with the top controversial breed. Let's see where that goes. Love it. And they both have patterns that are similar to Rottweilers and yeah, Rottweiler Dobermans. So, and the fact that we had a couple pups with white on them is actually surprising, and as the parents have like no white on them. So I'm thinking that came from the father's side. Yeah, I do shut it down. And the bad things, I just call them out and tell them that they're banned and they're not allowed here, and that usually tells them off and gets rid of them. But Mother Nature is like, bring your worst. Yeah. But But honestly, I do miss the poltergeist. It didn't really cause harm with people, aside from intruders and people who are bad memos for us. So it was more like a guardian angel poltergeist type thing. But oh, Michael all over again. We're talking about a Michael 988 millibars. That's maybe category 1. That's maybe category 1. So we're looking at maybe another Hermione. Like Hermione. We're looking at another Hermione at best. But this early in the year, we're already looking at a hurricane. I mean, the earliest in the year that I ever heard of a hurricane was in January, and that was Alex in 2016. That was a fluke, if anything. I was like, oh my gosh, what the hell? And that was all the way at the Azores. So, yeah. What's the main event, Mother Nature? And the most thing I call it the worst on is, yeah. Okay, so you're just randomly coming here saying coronavirus. Oh my gosh, no. The coughing is allergies. Yeah. I know someone, well, have you guys been seeing the Deadline to Disaster? Well, the first episode was of the tornadoes in Ottawa, Canada. And this one lady and her boyfriend from college and whatnot, decided they had enough with that. So they moved to Nova Scotia, only to deal with Erin, well, Tropical Storm Erin and Hurricane Dorian a year later. It's like, good choice. Good choice. Like, no. If you want to avoid the crazy weather, you want to move west to British Columbia. And all you have to do is the Pineapple Expresses and whatnot. And that's when the tornadoes are most likely in that area. Is the Pineapple Expresses and then stuff in May. But yeah, Pacific Northwest. I've noticed they have a lot of tornadoes in December, despite what everyone's saying. May. Yeah, May is the case for the southeast. Washington, Northwest, Oregon. But December would be mostly West Coast, with water spouts coming onto shore, and then the Puget Sound lowlands. So yeah, Puget Sound lowlands, the Portland area, Portland, Vancouver. That's actually the only tornado that actually killed people in Washington State hit, is the Portland, Vancouver area. Yeah, it's late. Yeah, yeah. Also, the weird thing is I've been encountering a lot, well, with you knowing a lot of Catholic stuff, I'm pretty sure you would like, oh my gosh, that's like bad omen. But ever since Michael happened, I've been seeing a lot of stuff involving in dragons and like whatnot. For those who are not Catholic, I mean, I'm not, but I know this, like Saint Michael. I'm pretty sure it's Saint Michael, the one that's like saint for dragon slaying. So yeah. Yeah, my birthday's mid-June. June 16th. But yeah, yeah, ever since Michael hit, I've been encountering a lot of dragon-related content on YouTube. A lot of dragon stuff on TV. In real life with dragon balloons and whatnot. So, and I'm pretty sure How to Train Your Dragon 3 came out that year too, soon after the Hurricane Michael. So I'm not sure that's some weird omen thing. And also, yeah, and also the fact I am psychic and can see shit in the future. Hell, actually, I just now linked. I've been having, well, before the coronavirus, before Area 51, I've been having dreams of people being trapped in buildings. And essentially that's what's happening now, people being trapped in buildings due to lockdowns. So in a sense, I probably did predict coronavirus and just put two and two together. I thought it was going to be some, like, people getting forced into buildings by military. No, it's the government locking everyone down due to a virus. It really ramped up around Area 51 raid time. Yeah, that would be something. But for me, I'd be like, ooh, tornado, let's go poke it with a stick. Because I'm a dumbass like that. I'm a psycho like that. But yeah. And I actually have video proof where I predicted the California quakes around Independence Day. So. And I said that stuff as a joke. To shut up someone in California. Because they're like, oh, earthquake in Canada, boo-hoo. And it's like, well, you know this means you're going to have a larger quake later on in the day, right? And then, lo and behold, 12 to 16 hours later, they had a 6.4 in California. 24 hours after that, 7.1. And I was talking about the 6 point... Like, oh my gosh. And they shut right up once that hit. And about a week later, they began calling me a witch. I cursed them and stuff like that. Like, no. No, honey. I don't know how to do that. So if I did, apologize. But once I learn, don't fuck with me because I'll do it again. You know? Because, yeah. Well, worked out for you. You survived, so guess it worked. Yeah. I'm supposed to have thunderstorms every day until Friday. So, we're pretty much in the same... And then after that's going to be sunshine for about a week, and then storms come back in. But I'm banking on my birthday being a bit crazy. It was last year. Well, that is for Catholics, but for pagans like me, they're actually good things. Dragons are actually good things. In terms of, well, they bring good stuff. Yeah, it's a slow mover. It's a slow mover, and I'm close to where Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas meets, so. In that general area, near Joplin. So. I was not here for the 2011 tornado. I was in Seattle for, no, I was in Okanagan for that. Yeah. Okanagan, Washington, small town. Nice place for the most part, other than the fact that it's a desert, and that's when my allergy-induced bloody noses began to start. Stupid desert fucked up my sinuses. But I wouldn't mind going there, and like, sometimes, like around 4th of July, go up to Gunkanelli. Ooh, it's a nice place. Nice and cool, because it's up in the mountains, and actually you could probably still see snow higher up. There's some nice lakes. They have a nice fireworks show around the 4th, car show, silent auction, weird gun show. But yeah, Gunkanelli is a nice place. For a town with like maybe 300 people in it, it's not bad. It's not bad. That's something I would probably live in if it weren't for the winters being crazy. And then the springs being really bloody. You know? And the fact I like to be down here with the tornadoes. Yeah, Berry County. I'm not sure what that's at, but I'm thinking that's close to the border with Kansas. Or Oklahoma, Arkansas, I could be wrong. So you probably had the brunt of this before me. But yeah. And being in a valley would also funnel in water, so flooding's gonna be horrible. But when I was in Indiana, like Muncie, Anderson area, it was so fucking hilarious. Yeah. Assume it does exist and stay away from it for your own good. Yeah, good night. See ya. Good luck out there. Good luck with the Tuesday work. Oh yeah, new Stargirl episode tomorrow night. You know, it's been taking me a long time to get used to the central time zone in terms of when things go on air. It's like, okay, so everything's an hour earlier. Everything's an hour earlier. It's like, oh my gosh, you throw me off. Yeah. But gotta tell you about that stuff with Anderson and Muncie, Indiana. I bring up tornadoes are possible. It's like, oh, we're in a bowl. We don't get that. And then I bring up flooding. It's like, oh, we're on a hill. We don't get flooding. Like, you can't be in a bowl and on a hill at the same time. That's not how it works, you fucking idiots. It's either one or the other. You can't have both. Unless there's some weird, like, thing. There's like a lemon juicer type thing where there's a dip and then a hill in the middle. And then dip again. Unless if it's that, no. Just no. This isn't a juicer. This isn't a freaking volcano with a crater inside. Oh, Gateway, Arkansas. Okay. I don't know. I'm psycho and I won't even fuck with that shit. Yeah. Yeah, my first tropical system, or at least remnants of tropical system, was actually Bill. In 2014? 2015? No, 2015. Or 16, it's one of the two. I think it was the one where I had tornadoes on Christmas. So 2016, the year after. But yeah, Hurricane Bill. No, Tropical Storm Bill. Yeah. That went through Texas, looped around into Indiana. So... Wait! No. It's 2014, it's that name list, that we're dealing with. So Arthur, Bertha, a lot of cow names. This year. But it's usually the I name that gets retired. So when we get around I, keep your guard up, everyone. Because that shit usually fucks shit up. Like Irma, Ike, Ivan. There's Irene, Isabel. There's a whole list of I names getting fucked up. Well, it's probably because hurricanes are less common than tornadoes. That's why they named that. And then they started naming winter storms, and it's like, okay. And they won't name one Elsa because Elsa's a hurricane. That's a missed opportunity there. Noah ruined it. Like, honestly, if no one never named a hurricane Elsa, we could have had a blizzard Elsa. But then again, that would have led to a fucking ice age. So Noah probably saved us all with that. Thor was bad with me, and actually Thor was when the nephew and that was born in February was born. Was when Thor hit. But 2016, I think? Yeah, 2016. No, that wasn't 2016. That was actually 2015. Like, okay, just moved here and I'm already an uncle. Okay, what the hell, people. And I was actually first dabbling the kittens, too, so. I always end up with the gray kittens. I actually have a gray cat right now. And he's a savage mouser. He has been ever since he was like 8 weeks old. Freaking gobbling up rats his own size. That thing he's a savage. My gosh. And he might have Egyptian Mao in him because he's a gray cat with spots. The only breed of cat I know of that has that. There is actually hurricanes called Dora that's in the Pacific Ocean. Like Mexico, Hawaii, California area. Yeah. I was just waiting for a day Hurricane Dora hits Mexico. Imagine the memes that'll come out of that. So, yeah, you're late. Yeah, that was like, I think in 2016 too. 2016 was the year with the good names. But yeah, and then in 2017, we had Cindy, then the eclipse, and then all hell broke loose. That day with the eclipse, and then soon after, everything got fucked up. Everything got fucked up. Freaking eclipse hit, and then we had Harvey, Irma, Jose, Maria, Katia, I want to say? Yeah, Katia. Nate, Ophelia in Europe. And then the year after, we had, well, there's a gnat. Just getting that out of the way. Looks to be that the rain's picking up again, so we may have another cell coming through. That's what I was waiting on. Okay, what's going on? Okay, didn't cut off, thank goodness. But yeah, and then 2018, we had Leslie being a little loop-de-loop drunk thing in the Atlantic, meandering for about a month, and then slamming into Portugal and Spain. And then we had Michael that year. And then 2019 was Dorian, Aaron, all that shit, Imelda, Barry. And this year, so far, we have Arthur. And then a tropical depression in the Pacific, and that's it. Like. And it's supposed to be a La Nina. So that would explain why the Pacific hasn't a named storm yet. But then the Atlantic's gonna be hurricanes out the ass. So you could expect a lot of hurricane-related streams, tropical storm-related streams when that comes up, because the Gulf is supposed to be freaking 2005 mode, like with Katrina's, Rita's. I doubt you guys want any of that, like Katrina's, Rita's, Dennis, Emily, Wilma's. I have all that shit. Is either gonna be that or 2004 with Ivan, Charlie, freaking Jenny's, I want to say, Joanna's, and there's Francis. But thing with Ivan, there's like 4 other people in stream, so yeah. But yeah, 2004 with Ivan. Like, how the hell did a hurricane survive its trek across the eastern U.S. while entering, like, Florida, surviving its eastern trek through, leaving the Maryland, Delaware, Virginia area, go south towards Florida, enter back in the Gulf, and going back for round 2 in the Louisiana-Texas border region? Like, what the hell? Yeah. People tend to be like that. People tend to be on a roasting mood. I have those at times, so when I'm in a roasting mood, heads up. I have no chill. I give no fucks and stuff like that. Yeah, storm's picking up. I've been live for about 50 minutes. It's been on and off. A lot of nice lightning bolts, though. And this gnat I will fucking murder. My gosh. I'm done with this gnat. I'm gonna fuck it up. This fuck. Here I am gonna rant about a fucking gnat. Because it's being a bitch and flying into my face, flying on the phone, trying to press buttons. Yeah. That's when you punch them in the face. Don't worry, you won't have to worry about getting expelled from school, because the entire planet was expelled from school. Gotta remember, you don't have to worry about getting kicked out of school, because everyone was kicked out of school. Almost everyone got kicked out of work. Everyone got fucked up. Everyone got kicked out of libraries, bars, and shit like that. Parks. Eh. Hey, I'd say fuck people. Well, depending on how you're in, well, actually, use the autism to your advantage. Because a lot of famous people, a lot of geniuses out there have some form of autism. Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk has it. He has at least ADD. Bezos probably. But yeah, the big name millionaires, billionaires, soon to be trillionaires with Bezos, all have that stuff. Yeah, slowly. I was able to go to parks and do fishing and stuff, so that's a good sign. But the day that they decided to open things up, Mother Nature said, nope, here, have severe weather. And Governor's like, okay, we're gonna give it another few days. So, yeah. Things are slowly opening up, but I'm gonna continue doing lockdown vlogs through the end of the month, mostly because the governor keeps changing the date for everything, but keeping it within the month of May, so I'm just like, fuck it, just gonna keep the lockdown vlogs going up until the end of the month. Unless she decides to extend it into, April and shit, June and shit. Yeah, well, hopefully it's a good one that actually promotes, the higher IQs that people with autism tend to have, and not those that try to dumb them down. Because those that try to dumb people down are just the fucking worst. You gotta really, like, find out the niche that the person with autism is in and really promote that. You can't be dumbing them down and be like, oh, you gotta know this shit too. Like, no. People with autism get that shit done. People with autism get that shit done. So, especially those that are higher up on the spectrum, like closer to Asperger's and whatnot. Because they find a way. Tend to be genius folks. Yeah. Honestly, in the future, if I win some sort of freaking lottery, I will start like a autism Asperger type school that actually promotes their niche and whatnot. Like, honestly, that's all I'm gonna freaking do. And anyone that tries to shut that down, I'll be like, fuck you. These kids are actually gonna have bright futures, unlike the ones that try to dumb them down. Because that no child left behind bullshit. Like, no. Like, yeah, no child left behind, but that doesn't mean you have to hold the ones that are in the lead back until bullshit. But, yeah. Like, why hold those in the lead back because a few stragglers are left behind? Like, what the fuck? It's like, pretty much what they're doing is, because a couple people failed this grade, everyone in the grade gets held back. Like, no. Fuck that shit. That's essentially what it is. No. We need to stop that shit. Like, I know it may be offensive, but usually people who are offended by something, well, up until people get offended and then they just freaking cancel shit on Twitter. Rant about shit on Twitter. But before social media, people who got offended by something actually did shit about it. Well, schools don't actually do that, but they might as fucking well, because that's pretty much what they're doing. Yeah. Honestly, the attitude is probably just, coming out from schools, well, forcing you to dumb down and stuff. That's all that is. It's just the schools, I guess, are not probably challenging enough or something. I don't know. It's something along those lines to dumb you down, forcing you to be dumber for everyone else's sake. And then and an attitude is just your way of lashing out. Hell, I'm pretty sure a good chunk of the U.S. presidents had some sort of autism. Especially the earlier ones that actually did good in the country. Not the newer ones is like, oh, let's just do this and this and this and just rant shit on Twitter. Or fly a couple planes into a couple buildings. Damn bushes. At this point, it's like, why beat around the bushes and just beat the shit out of them? And I lean more conservatives on some things, and like the bushes are just fucking stupid. They're the ones that gave the conservative side a bad image. Not Trump. It was those two. They fuck shit up. They're like, hey, let's invade Iraq and Iran just for, no, fuck, all for that black juice. Like, no. You have enough in America. Plus, knowing Americans, we'll find a way to frickin' make that shit. And not have to drill into the ground and trigger fucking faults. Sadly, the storm side itself, the thunder and lightning, is actually kind of out, so might be ending stream soon. But that's mostly because that's gone, it's just gonna be rain for the rest of the night. But, yeah. Yeah. But Okanagan was actually one of the few schools that actually saw potential and put me in with the potential. And Anderson High was actually pretty okay with that too. But yeah, Indiana Digital Learning, yeah. I'm assuming you're from Indiana area. But, yeah. Sadly, with the lack of storms going on, it's just rain. It's not even wind. I'm not even sure there was hail. So, sadly gonna have to cut it off here. So, stay safe out there. Stay tuned, as after this, there'll be a whole shit ton of earthquakes coming up. Along with strongest to date, depending on timing. And then after midnight would be Future Volcano Day and Ward of the Day. So, yeah. And then tomorrow's gonna be similar routine. So, yeah. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video. Bye.